Hi, I'm Garth Haslam with American Fork Ultimate, afultimate.com, here to show you the entire encyclopedia of how to throw a frisbee. We have 16 different throws. These are 16 of the 1 million different kinds of throws that you can do. The first one is the most basic. It's the one you're going to want to use 95% of the time, and it's the one you're going to want to perfect first. Okay, here we go. This is called the backhand. It's also a similar motion to what you do as a backhand in tennis. The way you throw this, the first thing you want to do is you want to learn to throw like this. Now there's a lot of different ways you can hold a frisbee. Learn to hold it this way, fingers underneath, thumb on top. Very simple. The reason why you want to do that is because as you catch, you can just move your fingers this way and you're ready to throw. Catch, throw. Now, that's the backhand. Let me teach you the forehand. Forehand doesn't come across the body, it's this way. There's a couple of ways to do the forehand. The first thing I'm going to do is show you basically the elbow forehand. You've got the elbow right in next to the body. You still have the fingers underneath the frisbee, thumb on top. Catch, throw. Now, what I have taught you is most of the basics for standard ultimate playing. You've got your backhand, you've got your forehand. The other one that you're going to need to develop at some point in time is the overhead throw. Now, there's a couple of versions of the overhead throw. You've got your hammer, which a lot of people have heard of that one. Then I'm going to show you a couple of new ones. You have what I call the chopsaw, and then you have the bullet. The difference is that the hammer, they're all thrown overhead, but the hammer is actually going to end up upside down by the time it gets to the receiver. So to do that one, you don't, there's more wrist in that one. You still have your fingers on the bottom side, you still have the thumb on the top side. Use the wrist. And that was the hammer. Now what we have is what I like to call the chop saw. This is something that you don't see nearly as often. The purpose of the chop saw is a hammer is going to take a little longer to get there. Chop saw is more of a short throw, and it's going to basically arrive vertical at him. Now you saw the hammer come in like this. Chop saw is going to come in like it really is a chop saw. So it's like this. Notice how well he caught that. Finally, now the hammer and the chop saw, they tend to be longer throws. This one is what I call the bullet. Let's say that you really need that frisbee. It's got to go overhead, but it's got to get there fast. So there's no rainbow to this one. This is a bullet. It's coming in fast and straight. You can't throw that one distance because you're just not going to be accurate enough. Okay, next we're going to do, you've learned the basics. Now we're going to do some of the throws that may be useful to you, or if you're just on the beach and you want to show that you've got something else, you can use these. First one I want to show you is called the helicopter. What you do, you've got the frisbee overhead. The difference though is you've got both hands on it. Holding the frisbee like this, you just spin it. That's the helicopter. Let's do that one more time. Holding the frisbee over the head, spin. And that is the helicopter. Now, that can be useful if you are close to the end zone. You've got somebody just on the other side of the defender and he's wide open. You can throw a helicopter to him. Then you've got your behind the back pass. Again, you've got the fingers right where they need to be, thumb on the top side. Practice this one, you can get pretty good at it. It's just like this. Nothing like practice on that one. Another gimmick pass is the between the legs pass. Honestly, I can't tell you when you're going to use this in a game, but it works well on the beach. Just like that, through the legs. Another way to throw the frisbee. We've got two more gimmick passes. One is called the push. Now this one, it does have a different finger hold. You've got to change your index finger to where you can actually push the frisbee, because it's not going to have this sort of a motion. This is a what is that? That's a clockwise motion. The push is going to be a counterclockwise motion. Push just isn't going to be accurate. That's a push. Okay, the finger snap is another gimmick pass. Basically what you're doing is you're snapping your fingers only with the frisbee. So that's kind of what you have there. Now, honestly, I have no idea when you'd want to use that because it's less accurate than just a standard elbow forehand. But hey, it's another pass you can do. Now we're into the passes that are definitely beach only. If you use these in a game, you're probably going to create a turnover and then your team is going to kill you. The first of these is the upside down pass. It's basically the same sort of a handhold as a standard pass. Frisbee goes upside down. You practice this a while, you can learn how to do it. That's the upside down pass. Now, there are a million ways to throw a frisbee. There are as many ways to throw a frisbee as there are to throw a rock. So I'm just going to show you a few more without showing you finger holds or anything. You can pretend you're playing football. One of my favorites when you're really trying to be stupid. Come much closer to me. That's okay. There's the no way you can catch this pass. There you go. And he caught it. Last one that I want to show you, and again this is in the meaningless category, is the shove. You know, there are really a million things you can do with the frisbee, and I'm sure there will be a million people call me up and say, hey, you missed one. But hey, I've used my imagination. So last but not least, you've got the shove. Here's the shove. It all comes with practice. If you find you suck at frisbee, throw more.